Yeah. So I assume we were driving at the same time. Maybe Emily was driving. I don't know.
Well,
What does
if you
Emily
guys
think?
want to end up at the museum while having a conversation about why your dog can talk for no
I
reason,
mean,
sure.
Heidi doesn't seem to want
Oh,
to continue the discussion.
what does
Oh.
Emily think of the situation? Has she? What are her thoughts? Is she clawing at the seat trying to get out?
You didn't tell me to think anything about the situation, so I didn't. Is there
Well,
something I'm supposed to think?
no, no, not at all. Keep keep being calm.
So what is
I mean,
Emily?
I sometimes think I'd be better off being a dog, but I mean, you said that transforming from one's own flesh is not a thing we're supposed to think about, so I I decided not to think that out loud until just now. You know what? Could you please forget I said that?
Buy you a color.
What?
I think she's into animals or animal play, one of the two.
Furries. I've heard of those.
This is
I
What?
don't.
2001. You have not fucking heard of those.
I
Well, we know
invented
animal
those.
people. That's possible. It's been.
What? Yeah, yeah. There's. It's
You are
so
more
well
likely to
known. There's
know of
laws.
bestiality people than you are likely to know about
Ah,
about furries.
bestiality.
What about German
I
dungeon
didn't say
porn?
furries.
That's
I
close
said pet
enough.
play.
Thank you, Vixie, for bringing up German dungeon porn.
Yeah, I didn't say furries. I said pet play.
I said that might be the next closest thing I could think of.
Oh no, I am sitting under this glass table. It would be a shame if someone were to shit onto it.
I don't know.
That's scat play. What's
Oh,
I thought?
It's a very
no.
it's a very German thing, which is why I brought it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, Oscar, the German player, must know this.
Yes, me and my wife take part all the time. That's sadly not for a long time. Anywho,
Now that my ring finger is gone, I can't do it anymore.
yes, I can't stick my finger up her ass anymore. It is Gritchy.
It was the only finger I used for that purpose. Now I guess I'll have to use my entire right foot instead.
Or use my penis like some sort of animal. That would be ludicrous.
Jesus.
Why did I bring this up?
I don't know. Maybe you just wanted to talk about human feces. I don't know what goes on in your
No!
brain.
I don't know. I was just thinking weird porn, and that was the first thing that came to mind.
Ah, yes, normal porn for normal people.
Yep.
Play.
No,
It was a
no,
thing.
Moving on. Please.
Well, it's not widely known.
Like I
especially
said,
now.
I didn't say furries. I said pet play.
Yeah, I was complaining about Oscar referring to them as furries. That's the reason I said anything.
I was willing to be faster.
Man, it's been like 3.5 hours, guys.
We're like
Where's the
We're
time
still
gone?
in the truck. We
We just-
haven't left.
We just sat in the car outside the museum as it's being robbed, engaged in long conversation about scat play. It's fucking wonderful.
I imagine this was along the way.
I thought we were just still sitting outside the house. Just
We-
arguing, and
I want it to be. I want us.
because
to
John's
be,
like, we can't argue while I'm driving.
I do. I want this adventure to be we do nothing and just let the disaster happen. It's like, oh well.
No.
This is you just want 9/11 to have 1,000 planes, don't you?
Yeah.
You want that scene.
Filled with puppies.
I'm not gonna lie, I also want that scene.
Yes, all the puppies.
We're gonna put the Patriot Act to shame.
It was actually the puppies that were the terrorists all along.
In fact, it's the
my
pet version of
cousins.
9/11. Instead of hitting the Twin Towers, it's the twin pet hotels.
Ahmed, we were promised 72 virgins for doing this, were we not? Well, there are like 357 of us. There can't be 72 virgins for each of us. I mean, there's more than 72 of us. Should perhaps some of us go home and park the planes? No, no. We should destroy the infidels before we go home. But, I mean, 72 virgins isn't a great number of virgins. In fact, my mate Femi, he say virgins not very good at sex actually, and that you want a big fucking slut instead. Just crash the plane into the Pentagon, my friend. But I don't know. It looks rather pretty from here. I mean, it's a five-sided shape. It's kind of a. Maybe I should go down there and live with the. No, crash the plane. God damn it. I don't. What the fuck am I talking about? Carry on.
Oh, that's completely made up. I thought you were quoting something. That's good.
No, I am not quoting anything.
Damn it! I wish I'd watch that show.
I thought you
It's,
were about to
it's
say how the.
relatively similar to the beginning of the Postal movie, but it is not a quote.
Actually, kind of sounds like a skit from Family Guy or something.
I
I
thought
don't
you
know.
were.
It just reminds me of when I was in a plane with Ahmed.
I thought you were about to say how the Pentagon reminded him of a vagina. It's like I just can't. It's too pretty. You know?
That's pretty Family Guy, isn't it?
That's why he actually tries to go through the middle.
Well, anyways, we just know our dog talks, and I'm not sure if I should make the conclusion if they're a shapeshifter.
Did I really crash the plane? Shut up, May.
Shut up, man.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Well,
So,
Okay,
do you
so-
guys? Who's driving the fucking car?
I assume
Nobody, it's
John.
just-
I assume John is driving.
Heidi!
Heidi can drive
Are
now.
you actually like if Heidi went to go drive the car? Would you guys let that happen?
Not while we're on a mission.
I would.
You don't have the proper legs to do that.
Just be like, I've had my license since the 1920s. I'm good, guys.
And when have you had it renewed?
1940.
Let's just go. Someone else try.
Tell
She
you
never
what,
got
get
it renewed. She thought she never had to renew it.
Tell you what,
Emily,
you get it
you can drive.
renewed, and then you can drive the car very slowly.
Very slowly.
Does that mean
She'll
you have
just
a
drive it.
number?
She just drives it like those people did, like people did back in the 1920s. They don't give a fuck.
Way
Nothing
too
of-
fast and just ignoring the fact that there are people in the way.
Yes.
Do you have a social security number?
That's a good question, actually.
She probably has several, honestly.
You have health insurance. Are you capable of getting that?
She kind of is like, I've never
Yeah.
worried about that.
Why here? Why would you enlist here at their little agency?
It was close by to her needy parents.
My family's here,
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
and she's meaning like the owners that she has. She considers them family.
It appears we do actually have to pay her.
Yes, absolutely. But this is.
Anywho,
This
we're
is
just supposed to stake out the building, yes?
I mean, I
Yeah.
was told that staking out the building would be the thing we do if we cannot find out who wrote this letter initially.
Actually, we should
Also, don't tell
probably-
people I talk.
Which is why I
Actually-
want you to do.
Heidi said bun meal. Perhaps we should check a cemetery, see if there's any disturbance. There's been any disturbances.
I mean,
Fair.
if you want to investigate that, by all means, I'd be happy to accompany you.
You said you would or wouldn't.
Would.
All right then. See here.
Yes, but John is correct. Perhaps we should at least keep one of us here to keep an eye on things.
I could, like I said, me and Elizabeth can probably end up taking care of the museum for at least a little bit. Though, if this is a cult, heading to the cemetery to check for occult things might be needed.
I don't think anyone said anything about the cults. I heard
do-
18th
You said a
century-
cult when I pointed at the bone.
I mean, I said a cult in the terms of investigating the letter from Liz, but
Do I know if there's any cults?
Or a cult.
Like any rival cults? You know.
So
Magical.
I'm fairly certain that every character other than you has been assuming that they're talking about the word occult, as in OCCULT, not a cult.
Oh,
Magical. You know what? Easier term. Magical.
magical. Okay, magic.
uh,
I assume that you'll want Elizabeth just in case there's something magical in the cemetery you'd like to find.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yes, that's
All right then, Heidi is probably a good tracker. We really need someone else to check the inside, and looking as I am, I can't exactly go in incognito.
Oh yeah, they'll think you're the one who's been threatening. How can no offense.
I mean, we were invited.
I think I'm threatening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
were
mean,
invited.
Yeah, we were invited by the mayor to guard the place, so I
That is
think
true.
they might.
It
let us
doesn't
in.
mean it's a smart thing to waltz in.
Oh, true.
And
I'm
I
just saying.
suppose it is my job to work here part-time, says Emily.
Oh yeah, Emily, you can stay around with.
That's fine, just so long as we have someone who can walk in and at least look around for anyone suspicious in there. The rest of you are investigating the cemetery then?
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Well, wait. Should I stay? Because I smelled bone marrow on the letter. If it is, you know, something that I would be able to pick up in the museum, shouldn't I stay in case they come?
I mean,
Perhaps we should have Emily and John be out front in the museum.
that is basically the team I had in mind.
And then the rest of us go and see what we can find from the cemetery, perhaps stop by the mortician or something.
Frankly, Heidi, I say pulling my gaze away from the other conversation that overshadowed her question. It's up to you. Though, if there is something in the cemetery like they think, well, you'd want to be able to smell them, don't you think?
I tell you what, why don't I stay here with you, John, and then the rest of them can go to the cemetery if that makes you feel better.
Like I said, just need someone who can walk into the museum without looking suspicious as all hell.
I mean, I'm pretty noticeable. I stick out like a sore thumb, believe me.
But do you look suspicious?
Sure, foreigner? Yeah.
Either way, I got the outside of. I can watch the outside. Someone can watch the inside, and the rest of you seems like you have a cemetery you want to check out.
Out of all
Oh,
of
yeah.
us, I think Emily is the least suspicious and least useful in investigation terms.
Yeah, perhaps she can just be on the inside. John can be on the outside, and it seems like that we have covered.
If we absolutely must.
I mean, I am technically supposed to be here, I guess. Sorta.
You
I did
betcha.
agree to be here. I mean, this is not related to being here with you understand.
Oh yeah.
I work at the museum.
Right, I'm going to
Oh.
make an executive decision and say that is final. Let's go.
Oh, I wasn't aware. Well, that's good.
But don't ask me a lot of questions.
Seems like I should.
Yeah, it does. And maybe give me a higher position in your organization. Yeah, you're being awful quiet every time I ask that question, don't you?
Well, we will come in time.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Is this
Does
some
she
sort
actually-
of role playing? Is this some sort of D&D situation you're talking about? This is not appropriate.
Does she actually say that?
Devils and demons? No, I don't know anything about that. Oh,
Excellent. That's fine then.
You better watch your tone, Emily.
you better watch my ass.
I look at her ass and go,
It's modest. Modest.
Still, he hasn't seen his wife for a long time. He would never touch, but he may look.
Nobody else has seen his wife for a long time either.
That's very true, actually.
Well, so she's actually saying this. It's not like a.
Alright,
hasn't.
you begin watching the museum? Okay. No, you don't need to roll anything to watch a museum. It mostly stays in one place.
It's
More of watching the people that go in and out, just kind of.
I know, but don't worry. When it happens, it will be way too obvious to need to roll.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, John said his piece. He starts his watch. Whoever decides to stay with him stays with him.
Who
Alright.
decides to stay with John?
I think we
Emily.
just left Emily with
I'm gonna
the-
have her be on the inside, looking for that tablet as well.
which is a good call from your point of view. Yes.
Yes, the tablet. Did you actually ask her about it specifically, or what?
Yeah. Probably.
Oh yeah, we keep that on the third floor. It's not very interesting, but if you say that our sect wants it, then I guess I want it for the sect. You understand? Yes.
It's weird how this
You
other
betcha.
people want it also.
You betcha.
Oh, you betcha.
Oh, okie dokie. Darn tootin'.
I'm gonna kill you in real life.
I'm gonna ignore she just said that other stuff.
I'm going to light your skin on fire and crawl into it while it burns off you.
Kinky.
I'd read a book to appear least suspicious.
I read a book to appear
Less.
less suspicious.
I can read, I'm just being needlessly aggravating.
But yeah, just a book. Something you would actually read in your off time. Probably be something he would have be reading. Probably something like War and Peace or something.
Ah yes, Birth of a Nation. An illustrated edition.
Ooh. Up.
Okay. Well, you're reading a book. Who was it who was going to go check out the cemetery?
Me,
These are the rest of the party.
Liz, and Heidi. Oscar, Liz, and
So
Heidi.
everyone other than John and Emily. Okay.
Yep. Unless we have a third place we could look at, but we don't really have much in the way of clues.
I mean, I didn't
Maybe
even
we
tell you
could-
to look at the cemetery.
maybe we should go
guys
to the
decided to go look there.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
we're
should
gonna
go to the
I
18th
suggest we go to
century.
the cemetery, the mortician, or like anywhere related to corpses and bones.
Hey, I think I was talking there, jackass.
Hey, I was
Interrupting,
Talking about it,
yes.
I can't help but imagine your characters standing there yelling at the sky.
True.
Hey, I was talking to the sky, jackass.
no. You said we brought up the cemetery, and I was just saying anything corpse related, and the cemetery was one of them.
It still doesn't
go
mean
ahead.
it's still not a good reason to interrupt for what I was saying, which is maybe we should go to that 18th century villain convention. Maybe we'll have a clue there.
Well, there might be a reenactment village nearby. That's more likely to actually exist.
Oh, well, actually, that is a fair point then. We could check that place out as well.
Does it exist?
I don't know. Do you think it would?
Sure. I think
As
it would.
as a collective, do you think there should be an 18th century reenactment place nearby?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
nice pretty cool to go
wh-
to.
Well, I don't know because I don't know the probability of it actually being there. Like, would there be?
Well, the specific town of Herstal was founded in the 1800s, based on a bunch of Luxembourgish people traveling from their home country to the US. So I guess there would be a reenactment of them coming here at the very least.
Mm.
Hmm.
Look
Well,
at me
would there
with my
be-
fucking lore?
Well, would there be an entire village based around it, or even just like an old village that got abandoned or something? I
There'll
don't know.
be some degree of a tourist trap. It's up to you guys to decide how. Like you guys said, it should exist, so it exists.
That is one of the things
Okay.
this game allows us to do. We could just invent places into existence.
Yeah,
as long as
there's a
it's
certain
within
degree
reason.
of like power
reason.
the players have in this one.
Yeah.
All right, we solved the mystery. Okay, next.
All right, goodbye.
Not wrong. If we really wanted, we could just say that.
If
All
you
right.
just say you solved the mystery, I'm telling you right now, that plane is getting added.
No.
911, more like 911.
Am I right?
How far is the superstore from the museum?
101 planes.
How far is
101
the superstore
distances.
from what?
Museum.
It's a small town, so I don't know, 20 minutes.
Right. I can probably take my car if Oscar doesn't have his own nearby.
What, you going to the superstore?
No, we're going to the reenactment village. Well, I am going to the superstore to get the car or the minivan.
Okay, so you're not going to the cemetery anymore.
We're not sure. We haven't agreed. Halo, since you're the other one, and maybe Vixie.
You want to go to your superstore? Why? Why?
Where are we going? The cemetery or the reenactment village that we've suddenly poofed into existence?
Maybe we need to go to both.
We could go. We could definitely go to both. I think we can just go to the cemetery. That's the closest target. If we find nothing, let's go to the reenactment village. Although I'm
Alright.
not looking forward to paying the whole, entrance toll.
I could always just pay.
I
pay
could
it.
just slip in.
Oh yeah, you can
I mean, sure.
shapeshift
And
into a human in front
You
of
don't
me.
know that I can
You
shapeshift.
don't know
Shapeshift.
I know, I'm kidding.
But as a
So-
dog, I could probably just slip in.
Emily goes off with John to wait at the museum while this conversation is going on. I'm just gonna bring that up just so that that's said. All right, carry on.
We'll make sure John's on like speed dial in case something happens.
Don't we have the beeper?
You do
Yeah,
in
yeah,
fact
you
have
can
the
just-
beeper.
Well, there
Send
you
me a
go.
beeper.
That was the plan. That's why I have it.
All right, we got
pull,
that.
We pull
Going
up
to the cemetery. Walk, 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 walk.
We pull up to the cemetery. We're taking the car. Pull up to the cemetery. Oh God, why does it have to look so damn creepy? It's gargoyle statues and poor rickety fences all over this place.
Oh yeah, looks very homey.
And that's a zombie. Oh, old lady. Sorry.
Hey, old man, that's not very nice.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. It's
I'll kill you one of these days, you stupid fuck.
He winds up the window.
Yellow.
She sort of like Zimmer frames her way over to you and then gives up halfway and starts walking back home.
Oh, thank God. He unlocks the door. And gets out.
You know, take a tip from me. Learn to keep your mouth shut sometimes.
And so I just see things and I have to comment. It's how I do a lot of my thinking.
Whatever it is, it's going on in and check it out.
All right.
Get out of the car.
I get my CSI kit, my investigations kit for the magic.
I get my rifle and shotgun and pistol and crossbow
pitchfork,
and
African erotica.
African Zulu shield.
That's actually a pretty good choice.
Anyways, yeah. Walking in. Is there a central building or is it just a big patch of tombstones?
I assume
This
there's
is a small town, so it's pretty much all in the like small patch of tombstones kind of variety. There are a few like mausoleums stretched out in there, but yeah, mostly just graves.
Is there a little groundskeeper hut or shed, I should say?
There is indeed, though there's nobody in it right now.
Damn.
All right. So, 18th century. We're looking for someone who died around 1700s to the 1800s.
All right, you're gonna just scour for them, are you?
I don't know if they're ordered in any way.
I
That
think we
doesn't
should.
matter. It's just like, is that just what you're looking for?
Yeah, for now. Unless Halo would like to interject.
No. I was going to say, I separately would just look throughout the entire grounds and see if I notice anything noticeable. I guess, like, recently.
Just an empty grave.
Like,
All
empty
right.
graves that looks like it was not done professionally. It's like, why hasn't this been filled and shit like
Yeah, both of you independently roll sharp.
that. Alrighty.
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to Pamel's death.
Oh, fuck me. Yes, I see what you thought of that, yeah. Okay.
God, I
Oh,
wouldn't want
crap.
that to happen.
Ooh, marking soon. I level up.
You fall in
Where's
the
that-
open grave!
That's at the end of the adventure, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't have a +3 to sharp, I have a +2 to sharp. I'm confused. Oh no,
No, it's
it's
because
right.
you
It's
rolled
right.
a 4 and a 3,
Yeah.
From the 2d6, and then +2 to shop.
Yeah, I just saw that 2d6 plus 2, and yeah. It's fine. It's right.
Alright.
Again, you have another 9.
So Oscar is wandering around through the
Grounds.
graves and spots an open one that's labeled sort of 1890. And as he spots that open one, he also spots some asshole who seems to be called Elizabeth falling into that same open grave.
Ah, what a dumbass.
Ah, darn tootin'.
Uh,
Aw,
Liz,
Don Tootin, you say from the bottom of a fucking grave.
he turns around and says, "Liz, did you see that? Liz, Liz, You okay?
Liz fell in the hole.
Ohayo.
Oh fuck!"
Ohayo gozaimasu.
He runs to the grave and he looks down and says, "Liz, are you okay?"
This feels like symbolism or foreshadowing.
That may be if we were existing within fiction, but this is reality. As he looks at the viewer.
Well, we don't know that. We could be in a fictitious world.
Enough with the philosophy. Let's get you out of there. And he reaches down to help you out.
I get out. I dust myself off. My beautiful wool skirt is now ruined.
I'm
Just
sorry.
dust.
Aren't you glad you
Alright.
didn't bring the hot dish?
Oh no, that'd be destroyed.
Mm.
Worst tragedy of today. Anyways, did you find anything?
Well, I found the grave you literally fell into. I think that's
Ah,
worth
so-
looking at. I look at the gravestone. Let's see.
It says Jack and Jill Moynihan,
Interesting.
1860 to 1890.
In jail. Ah, on the topic of fictitious things. Interesting.
Right. I look around the surrounding area to see if I can notice anything.
Well,
Again, noteworthy.
now that somebody who hasn't immediately forgotten what they read about has interacted with the scene, Heidi and Elizabeth are both here. Do either of your characters know anything about American history?
Mine
Probably.
probably would.
Yeah, me too. I probably took a college. I went to college, so
And learnt
I
the-
lived through some of it.
learnt the
Okay,
college
position.
and
One more
I would.
shop for the pair of you assholes, then.
Wait, what?
Both of you roll sharp, you fucking Egypts.
nice.
Can you roll it for me?
Yeah.
Yes,
should
I
roll.
can, since you asked so nicely.
Well,
Thank
she
you.
didn't.
Well, she didn't even say please.
Well,
I
she
know.
didn't say, "Would you roll for me?" She said, "Can you?"
I
Do
said
it, brother.
can you?
No. Yeah, you said,
Yeah, I
"Can you?"
can.
Can you means he's capable. Would you means would you do it?
I don't know. Can I?
Can I?
Alright.
Stop, that's giving me trauma.
The two of you recognize this grave as belonging to a pair of very Bonnie and Clyde style villains who died attempting to rob the local museum in this location hundreds of years ago after having performed like a series of daring thefts throughout the whole of pretty much the entire US. They died here after being betrayed and shot in like a gun shooting by the police.
Oh yeah, it sounds like an exciting couple. Certainly quite happy with each other.
I assume you communicated that information to me.
Yeah.
Right.
We both found out about that.
Interesting. Yes. It's weird how there's
So Oscar has no idea, so it would help if you try to explain it to him at all.
Heidi's just like, I remember hearing a bit about this from back in the day.
Oh really? Oh well,
really, you
I'm not
know,
gonna continue that.
you know who these are?
I mean, I've heard about them, yes. I saw them in the papers.
Sort of a Bunny and Clyde situation. They tried robbing the museum.
Bunny and Clyde. You mean those criminal duo couple?
Yeah,
people?
they were a couple who were in crime, and they tried robbing the local museum. And it appears like they've risen from the grave to do that once more. That or someone's really good at covering this up.
Yeah, all of that relates to the two from this grave.
Yes.
So, why are a bunch of undead people walking around trying to rob a? I mean, I didn't think there'd be zombies here. I just thought someone used their remains to fuck with us.
Well, it could very much be a really elaborate prank.
Hmm.
In terms of motives, that's
Sort of.
probably one.
It is very nonetheless very Scooby Doo in this matter. Blame it on fucking ghosts. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I could go for some Scooby snacks right now.
Everybody's very sweary today, aren't they?
Hmm.
Can
Well,
I sniff the grave to see if it matches the smell I got off the letter?
You certainly fucking can, you fucking whore.
Would you like to be lowered down? Or can
Uh,
I
you
think
smell
I
them
could
up here?
smell
And
it from the
yes,
top.
when you sniff the grave, yes, it does indeed smell rather familiar regarding the letter that you saw before. These two things appear to be linked somehow. Although who could possibly imagine how that might be?
okay.
Her ears just kind of perk up and her tail perks up. And she's just like, "This smells familiar."
Okay.
All right, I pull out the note just to make sure.
Sniff.
You guys are pretty fucking certain that whoever wrote that note was also in that grave earlier. Alright.
Oofda.
Again, there seems to be missing details between the two. I looked around the grave to see if there's. Oh, unless you're moving to the museum.
Does seem like it.
Hey, John! And Emily, who is me, so fuck her. She doesn't get to be told what's going on.
Well, speak as Emily of how disappointed that is. Disappointing it is.
Oh no.
So?
I really wish I was let in the know, but unfortunately I'm a piece of shit. Alright. Suddenly, somebody opens the fucking door. The one that you're looking right at.
Kaboom.
Oh,
Oh dear, it's not letting me select the thing I just placed. Isn't that nice? Oh, it's because I haven't sent the things to the right layer.